The pale gold of the morning sun catches the messy white strands of your hair as you pull back slightly from Alex's chest. The heavy weight of his gothic flame blade coat still draped over your shoulders feels like a silent promise. You look up at him, your emerald eyes soft but burning with a clear, lingering intent that makes the dark smoke around his collar flicker into a warm, inviting glow.
Don't think you're getting off that easily just because the sun decided to show up, Alex.
You reach up, hooking your fingers into the high collar of his black vest to pull him down. This kiss isn't the frantic, adrenaline-fueled clash from the Kraken fight. It's slow, deep, and tastes of the quiet peace you shared under the stars. Alex responds instantly, his large hands sliding down to your waist to pull you flush against him one last time, his thumb tracing the curve of your hip through your forest green robes.
I'm starting to think overtime is going to become a permanent part of my schedule if you keep looking at me like that.
The romantic bubble of the crow's nest is abruptly punctured by a loud, rhythmic clanging of a metal ladle against a frying pan from the deck below.
Nami-swan, Robin-swan, breakfast is served. Fresh sea bream omelets and citrus tea for my lovely ladies.
Alex breaks the kiss with a reluctant groan, resting his forehead against yours for a final, lingering second before he lets his hands slip from your waist.
And there's the alarm clock. If we don't get down there, Luffy will eat your portion too, and then I'll have a very grumpy fox on my hands all morning.
The 1000th Sunny is bursting into its usual morning chaos. Sanji is twirling across the deck with plates of steaming food, while Nami is already shouting orders about the sails. Alex offers you a hand to help you navigate the hatch back down to the rigging, his gaze still fixed on you with a smoldering warmth. The morning sun is a blinding sliver of gold against the turquoise expanse of the new world. You reach out, your fingers sliding into the soot-stained hand of the black flame swordsman. His grip is firm and warm, a steady anchor as you both navigate the narrow hatch of the crow's nest.
If Luffy eats my omelet, Alex, I'm holding you personally responsible. I've earned every bite of that sea bream after yesterday.
Alex lets out a low, rough chuckle, his dark eyes crinkling at the corners as he leads you onto the rope lattice.
I'd like to see him try. I'll burn his fingers before he touches your plate. Consider it part of my protective services.
You both descend the rigging with practiced ease, your white-tipped tail balancing your weight against the morning breeze. As your boots hit the grass-covered deck, the smell of sizzling garlic and fresh citrus hits you like a tidal wave.
Meat! Meat! Sanji, is it done yet? My stomach is making the same noise as the Kraken!
Luffy is practically a blur of red and blue as he bounces around the galley door, his straw hat bobbing precariously on his head. Nami stands near the helm, her orange hair glowing in the dawn light as she maps the shifting currents.
Glad to see the two of you finally decided to join the living. I was about to send Zoro up there to see if the black flames had accidentally welded the hatch shut.
Sanji swaggers out of the kitchen, balancing 3 plates on one arm with a cigarette dangling from his lips.
Pay no mind to the moss head, Wyndra. For you, I've prepared a special herb-crusted fillet to restore your strength.
The deck is alive with the chaotic energy of the straw hats. Luffy is already eyeing your plate with predatory focus, while Nami is waving a fresh weather report that looks suspiciously urgent. Alex stands beside you, his hand still lingering near yours, watching the crew with a relaxed smirk. The morning sun warms your white fox ears as you take the steaming plate from Sanji with a grateful nod. The aroma of herb-crusted fish and citrus is a welcome change from the iron tang of the Kraken's blood. You settle onto the bench at the galley's outdoor table, your bushy tail swishing with contentment as you watch Luffy practically inhale his own portion in a single, rubbery gulp.
Slow down, Luffy. If your stomach is making kraken noises, I'm surprised the Sea Kings haven't tried to challenge you to a duel yet.
Ha! It's because I'm the Pirate King of Eating! My stomach is a bottomless pit of adventure!
Luffy lets out a massive, satisfied belch that echoes off the mast, his wide grin stretching from ear to ear. Beside you, Alex leans against the table, his arms crossed over his chest as he watches his brother with a mix of affection and exasperation.
Careful, Captain. If you eat any faster, you'll turn into a balloon man before we even reach the next island.
Speaking of the next island, everyone, listen up. The log pose is acting erratic.
There's a massive magnetic disturbance ahead that wasn't on any of my charts.
Nami slams a weather map onto the table, her brow furrowed. The paper shows a swirling vortex of currents just a few leagues north of your current position.
A disturbance? Is it a storm, Nami-san, or something unnatural?
The air suddenly grows heavy, the bright morning sky dimming as if a giant curtain is being drawn across the sun. A low, rhythmic humming vibrates through the grass-covered deck, making the silver cutlery on the table rattle. The Thousand Sunny lurches to the left as a massive, obsidian-colored spire begins to breach the surface of the water ahead. It isn't a rock or an island. It looks like a colossal, ancient sword hilt protruding from the depths, humming with a dark energy that makes your fox ears ache. The vibration in the deck plates intensifies, traveling up through the soles of your boots and making your white fox ears flatten against your head. The obsidian spire ahead looms like a jagged tooth of the deep, its surface swallowing the morning light. You set your plate down, the half-eaten sea bream forgotten as you turn to the two brothers.
Luffy, Alex, that thing isn't just a rock, it's humming. If it's a trap or some kind of weapon, we can't let it get any closer to the hole. Get ready to hit it with everything you've got.
Luffy's grin doesn't fade, but his eyes sharpen, that predatory focus of a captain taking over. He cracks his knuckles, his rubbery arms already beginning to swell as he pumps air into his muscles.
Got it, Wyndra! I'll give it a giant punch!
Beside him, Alex draws Kokuyo in one fluid motion. The meteorite blade hisses as it leaves the scabbard, instantly wreathed in those signature, soul-burning black flames. Wisps of dark smoke curl around his gothic coat, his expression shifting into the black inferno persona that the New World fears.
Good call. I'll lace his strike with an abyssal burst. If it's solid, we'll shatter it. If it's alive, we'll char it to the bone.
Alex steps up to the lion figurehead, his boots crunching on the grass. He glances back at you over his shoulder, a flicker of that private warmth from the crow's nest visible for just a split second before the battle lust takes over.
Watch the show, Wyndra. Luffy, on 3!
Luffy leaps into the air, his fist inflating to the size of a small building. Gum gum. Elephant gun. Simultaneously, Alex vanishes in a hell step, reappearing in midair right beside Luffy's giant fist. He swings Kokuyo in a wide arc, coating the massive rubber punch in a swirling vortex of black fire. The combined attack, a black flame elephant gun, slams into the obsidian spire with the force of a falling star. The impact creates a blinding shockwave of heat and pressure that knocks Sanji back against the galley door and sends Nami scrambling to hold the helm. As the smoke clears, the spire doesn't shatter. Instead, it begins to glow a deep, pulsing violet, and the humming turns into a mechanical screech. The shockwave from the brothers' combined attack ripples through your fox ears, but you don't flinch. As the black flame elephant gun connects, sending a spray of violet sparks and dark steam into the air, you see your opening. The obsidian spire is vibrating violently, its mechanical screeching reaching a deafening pitch that tells you its internal systems are struggling to compensate for the massive kinetic and thermal load.
Keep the pressure on, boys. I'm going in for the heart of this thing.
You sprint across the grass-covered deck, your white-tipped tail providing perfect counterbalance as you leap onto the railing. With a powerful kickoff, you propel yourself through the wall of steam, your hands finding purchase on the jagged, glass-like ridges of the obsidian structure. The surface is unnaturally cold, contrasting sharply with the lingering heat of Alex's black flames.
Wyndra, get back! The energy signature is spiking. It's trying to pulse.
Ignoring the warning, you scramble upward with the agility of a mountain fox. Near the apex of the spire, a hairline fracture has formed from the impact of Luffy's giant fist. Inside the crack, a core of pulsing, violet crystal is visible, rotating at high speeds. This is the source of the humming.
Whoa! It's got a glowing heart! Punch it, Wyndra!
You reach into the gap, your fingers brushing against the cold obsidian as you prepare to jam your palm, glowing with emerald energy, directly into the rotating core to short-circuit the entire mechanism. The spire suddenly tilts, a massive wave of violet energy beginning to build around the crystal core. You are perched precariously hundreds of feet above the churning sea, the mechanical screeching now a high-frequency whine that threatens to shatter glass. The structure is preparing a massive retaliatory pulse that could vaporize the Sunny's figurehead. The violet hum turns into a bone-rattling roar as the energy inside the obsidian spire reaches its peak. You can feel the static electricity dancing across your orange fox ears, making your fur stand on end. Instead of a direct palm strike, you shift your weight midair. Your long, white-tipped tail lashes out with preternatural precision, curling around a jagged obsidian ridge like a living winch. Using the momentum of the spire's sudden tilt, you swing your entire body in a wide, acrobatic arc. The air whistles past your ears as you whip around to the opposite side of the structural fracture.
Not today, you giant toothpick.
With your tail anchored firm, you coil your legs and drive both leather-clad boots into the exposed housing of the rotating violet core. The impact is staggering. A shockwave of cold, kinetic energy surges through your legs, but the mechanical housing buckles under the concentrated force. With a sickening metallic shriek, the glowing core is kicked clean out of its socket, tumbling into the dark, churning sea below. The spire instantly loses its violet luster, the humming dying into a hollow, metallic groan. Without its power source, the massive structure begins to crumble, the obsidian cracking into thousands of harmless shards that rain into the ocean. You release your tail's grip, falling through the mist.
I've got you. Don't even think about hitting the water.
Alex vanishes in a burst of hellstep, reappearing in midair beneath you. He catches you in a bridal carry, his black flames flickering out just in time to avoid singeing your robes. He lands softly on the grass of the Sunny's deck, his chest heaving as he sets you down, though he keeps his hands firmly on your shoulders to steady you.
Ha ha! That was a super cool kick, Wyndra. It went pop and then splat.
The sea returns to its turquoise calm, the threat neutralized as quickly as it appeared. Nami leans over the railing, wiping sweat from her brow as Sanji offers you a glass of chilled citrus juice to settle your nerves. The adrenaline is still humming in your veins, and the crew is looking at you with newfound respect. Luffy with a wide grin, and Alex with a look of intense, smoldering pride that he isn't even trying to hide anymore.